Hey guys, welcome to the studio. I'm almost all done with the album production stuff for today at least. I'm feeling alright again, no more hangover after celebrating 2 years of my Accents label. Oh, not bad. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's episode, all about my past tracks, the past 10 years actually, showing you one of my very first songs and then just going through every year, showing you step by step how long it takes to actually learn to produce music. One day I will definitely try and get this old machine to work again and this one to show you the really old stuff. But I think today we will concentrate all on DJing. I haven't done a DJ video in a while. It's definitely time again. And today will be like a special, interesting one. The top 5 DJ fails and how to actually avoid them.
Because baby, you see that it was too late for me.
Let's start right away with the very first one, the most common one, the one that happens to me the most, the one I'm the most afraid of, the one that I see happening to other DJs the most. It's actually a simple one and it's actually easily avoided, but it's whenever one of the songs is playing out to the crowd and you're queuing in the next song, and then you just turn around, drink something, some girls join you, you go a little here, search for another song, play around with the effects, scream into the mic, and then you hit Q, but you do not hit Q on the one that isn't playing to the crowd, you hit Q on the one that everyone can hear, and as you know, you hit Q, and the track stops, and jumps back to the very beginning. Let me actually show you in detail what this would actually look like. So this song's playing to the crowd and yeah, you hit Q on the wrong one, it stops, it jumps to the very first cue that you used to cue in the song. You might be now thinking, how can this happen? How can you by mistake hit the wrong player? It just happens. It really just happens. I was a couple of months ago in the Boats House, like one of the best clubs, or I think it's actually the best club in Germany. I think it's top 10 in the world, at least according to DJ Meg, and Tiesto was playing there, and he did this very same mistake. He was lucky actually, because he didn't hit the Q button, he hit the play button by mistake. This also stops the music, but it keeps the point on the track the same, so he immediately just hit play again. He did it so fast. Let's just rewatch it. You almost can't tell, but I saw him reacting afterwards to it. He was really pissed at himself that he messed up. It's an embarrassing mistake. It's an easy one. It's like a simple one. It's just like hitting the wrong button. So yeah, to avoid it, I have my media players always to 2 and 3 usually, and before I hit Q or play, I just double check which one of the two is actually playing to the crowd. I sometimes hold with my left hand those two, like I press them, the one that is up, I press it up, the other one down, and by this finger position, I know exactly which one of the two is playing. So if channel 2 is up, I'm using my left hand. If channel 3 is up, I'm using the other hand. And by this, I'm limiting myself to the player that I can actually manipulate because it's not playing to the crowd. So that's how I try to avoid it. The next one is a big one, a personal one that I try to avoid 100% because I hate it so much when other DJs are doing it. It's by far, in my opinion, the biggest fail. Because it's not like only failing at DJing, it's like failing understanding the DJ culture and just being a jackass. And those are the people that DJ because they want to be cool, that DJ to show off, that just do gimmicky stuff, that way overuse the mic, that do cringy stuff. I've seen like recently in a local club, and I'm talking like 200 people, the local DJ, no one knows who he actually is. He's not even on the flyer, not advertised. He's like really just like a nobody. And he thought it's funny in front of like a half-empty club to do one of those. I mean, let's just roll a clip. So trolling the crowd, it might be fun if you're a big superstar DJ, but I think nowadays, like, too many people already did it, so just don't do it. And if you're not a big superstar DJ playing in front of a packed club and everyone in the crowd is just coming because of you, just please, please, please don't do it. Also, like, hands up into the mic and jump, 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 although no one is there. It's just imitating the big ones, and you're not big, so it's just cringy. Please, 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 please don't do that. If you eventually get to the point where you can actually do it, I'm really happy for you. You made everything right in your life. You got to the top 1,000 DJs, and you actually have a crowd, a fan base. Go for it. Just do it. But until you're not there, just keep it to simple DJing. The people in the crowd will appreciate it. The next one is kind of common sense, but it still happens to every DJ. It happened to me also last year, my big birthday. I was celebrating at home, drinking a lot, then to the club. I was headlining, invited all of my friends, kept on drinking. And at around 3, I was really looking like shit. So yeah, number 3 is drinking too much, drugs. Like, stay away from it. Martin Garrix had his one fail being too drunk. That's actually one that never happened to me, like losing the grip of my headphones and hitting the wrong button. It can happen. The funny part of these fails is actually how the people react to it. Martin Garrix here just looking a little ashamed and just like trying to continue. As if nothing ever happened. There's another one by Calvin Harris where he just says that he screwed up.
Rule number 3 of the DJ handbook: never eject the wrong CD.
Ejecting CDs is luckily not part anymore of DJing. And just imagine how many epic DJ fails we would have nowadays if everyone would still use vinyl. There's so much that can go wrong. And then, of course, speaking about drugs and drinking, there's this epic one by David Guetta. You all know it. And again, here, it's funny how people react to it. David Guetta stated in a couple of interviews that he was just so focused and so overwhelmed by the crowd. But I don't know, I think just being honest might have been the better solution. The next fail is actually also a simple one that happens to a lot of beginners. It's actually not having the next song ready, and the other one is almost finished. So you try to beat match when you're starting out. This just takes some time. The song is just 3 minutes long. It gets to the end. You have 30 seconds left. The media player is already blinking and telling you, hey, just 30 more seconds. And you still haven't figured out the tempo. You still haven't beat matched it. You still maybe don't even have the next song ready. This is very, very, very stressful. And then you either screw up entirely and one song stops and you stand there like an idiot, just hitting play on whatever track you kind of randomly choose. This can also be embarrassing if it's the wrong one. Happened to me once. I had to play for a friend's birthday and had all kinds of music with me. And then the next day in a club, and like, it was definitely the wrong song selection. It was almost one of these trolling moments without actually intending it. And then you get even more nervous because the wrong song is playing. You then have to switch again, find another one. You're just screwed. So especially at the beginning, to avoid it, prepare your DJ set as much as you can. Select songs and put them into playlists, maybe for the first half hour, the second half hour. Depending on when you play, where you play, you can actually plan ahead quite a lot. And nowadays, of course, you have, with the push of a button, you can just loop a section of the song. If it's running out, just loop the end. It's not really nice, and don't let it play longer than 10 seconds, because a loop 10 seconds and longer just get really annoying. But this way you can save yourself. And then the last one, we got again Tiesto. I mean, he's already DJing for quite some years, so there are a lot of recordings of him. It's the epic beat matching fail. As you know, beat matching, you have two songs, one has a tempo, the other one has a tempo, you match them, so both, let's say 120, and the kicks, you align them, you put them on top of each other. This way, the two songs sound almost like one song, because at least like the kicks are on top of each other. If you mess that up and like change it a little, it just sounds so horrible. Let's maybe simulate it really quick. So both songs in sync, sounds alright. And if one of them is slower or faster, it just sounds awful. Can't even listen to it. It's really, it's embarrassing, because this is a mistake everyone will notice, because you can't dance to this. If you mess up the beat matching, you have like twice the beats and like it's just impossible to dance. So everyone will stop dancing. Everyone will look towards the DJ. And I mean, yes, you can then try and rescue it. That's how Tiesto tried to do it, with a backspin and fade out, and then let the other song just play. But this can make it even worse, because you have two songs playing, a lot of energy. If they're not beat matched, alright, the energy is even higher because it's denser, because it's not aligned. And then you backspin, fade it out. It just drops to almost nothing compared to having all of that energy, and it will make it even more obvious. But yeah, it happens to the best. Easily avoidable if you play, for example, like here with the Denon DJ media players. They show you the tempo, so it's not like with vinyl where you have first to find the tempo of the song and align it. And it also shows you always the first hit, the second, the third, and like marks everything. And worst case, if you're too drunk or too whatever, just hit the sync button. I mean, a lot of other DJs will hate you for using a sync button, but before you annoy the crowd with beat matching like fuck, then yeah, just use the sync. Just use it. I sometimes use it when I'm too drunk or I just can't figure it out. It happens to the best, and before you make sure that no one can dance anymore, then just really use the sync. So those are my top 5 DJ fails every DJ should try and avoid. Probably this won't be possible. These fails will happen to you. It's part of being a DJ. If they don't happen to you, you're not a real DJ. But yeah, I hope I showed you some techniques how to try and avoid them. It's really all about not fucking yourself up too much while partying and DJing, and just being a little concentrated, and the rest is really just experience. And as you've seen, even with the big ones, experience doesn't always help you. I actually got like a 6th one. It's like a personal one that I hate seeing other DJs doing, and that's like the fake button touching. I see so many DJs, you look at their fingers, and they either move like the queuing parts on the channels that aren't even playing, or they touch the cue and pretend turning it, but actually not turning it. Or they do like micro adjustments that you can't hear. It's just to look cool and busy, because let's be honest, now with the new stuff doing everything for you, there's not anymore a lot you have to do as a DJ. But I think it's then maybe better to try to animate the crowd, maybe search the next song, maybe do fancy stuff like looping, rolling, slicing, or just layering songs and preparing them a bit better. But those fake guys, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. So yeah, fake knob turning, my most hated DJ habit. Let me know in the comments which one you actually hate. If you watch other DJs perform, what's the one where you think like, stop that shit? Would be really nice to know. See you tomorrow, back again here in the studio for another episode, maybe back to producing music or another DJ one. Let me know. See you. Sign out.
Is it too late to us?